Now at 6, a new panel in Joplin addresses issues with childcare. Plus, a single mother of 3 shares her challenges she faces with childcare, and Joplin and state workers train on how to help kids deal with disasters.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Newton County authorities say an escaped inmate is back in custody. This is KOAM News at 6. Michael Durison escaped from police custody on the 18th while being treated at Freeman Hospital in Neosho. Newton County authorities were holding him on a fugitive warrant out of Louisiana. Yesterday, police found Durison in a travel trailer in Joplin. He's facing several new charges in Newton County. They include assault, robbery, and armed criminal action. A woman was also taken into custody at that scene. Police say one person was fatally shot this morning at a Little Rock area hospital, and authorities now have a person in custody in that case. Authorities with Sherwood Police say the shooting took place at CHI St. Vincent North Hospital. They did not release a name of the victim or whether that person was a patient or employee. The suspect was later arrested at a gas station. Still no word yet on the name of who was taken into custody. An upcoming panel in Joplin aims to address childcare challenges and possible answers to those challenges. Amy Kaufman is one member of this panel that was formed by the Alliance of Southwest Missouri. Kaufman and a few others started talking about the issue of area childcare. The panel will meet next month and will include members from the Alliance of Southwest Missouri, Joplin's Chamber of Commerce, workforce experts, and child care workers. Kaufman says the ultimate outcome of this panel is to increase the local labor force.
If families don't have reliable child care, then they can't join the workforce. Having safe and reliable child care ensures that we have a consistent and productive workforce.
The panel is going to meet October 20th at the Advanced Training and Technology Center in Joplin. It's open to the public, and all community members are encouraged to submit child care challenges of their own. You can follow the Alliance of Southwest Missouri on Facebook for more information. Now, for the next 4 Wednesdays leading up to that panel meeting, we're going to have a series of stories highlighting the different child care challenges in the area. Kicking things off, KOAM's Jalen Banks shares with us the story of how one single mother has navigated the challenges of child care in Southwest Missouri.
Grace Van Sickle, a single mother of 3, has been providing for her happy family, but has faced some challenges.
When I only had my one daughter, my oldest daughter, and it was about $120 a week just for her to go full all 5 days, and I wasn't working all 5 days at the time. I was just working part-time, so that's why I didn't go with those.
Had she continued with the provider, she would have paid $360 a week for a total of over $1,400 a month. Despite living in Joplin, she now takes her children to a provider in Seneca, where she now pays $600 a month for childcare. But she's paying $60 to $80 a week on gasoline because of the commute. She is not alone in that. According to childcareaware.org, over 50% of parents spend more than 20% of their income on childcare.
Yeah, if it's closer to save me gas mileage, I mean, I'm driving 30 miles there and then 30 back every day. So yeah, if it was closer, that would be nice.
Another challenge that she has faced with childcare are waiting lists, and says it's difficult to find care for one child, and having 3 has made it harder. Van Sickle understands that there is a fine line between affordable care and properly compensating workers.
I mean, even with the deal that I'm getting, it's still a big chunk out of my paycheck, and I just don't think I agree that they should be getting paid. They're watching your child, but it's definitely a struggle.
In Joplin, Jalen Banks, KOAM News.
Good job!
Grace Van Sickle is just one example of what a lot of parents are facing in Southwest Missouri. Our next story in our child care series is going to focus on the challenges childcare providers face, such as retaining employees, funding, and getting facilities. Let's check in with Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, it definitely turned out to be another great day for us today. We've had a nice string of very nice days, kind of early fallish across the region. Clear skies, that's what we have seen all week long. In fact, nothing going on across the Central Plains. Big story nationally, of course, is Hurricane Ian that made landfall about 3 hours ago. Back here at home, we look good. 74 in Lamar, 78 in Anderson. We have 79 in Miami, Veneta at 81. 78 Chanute, 82 in Neodesha. If you are getting outside this evening, it's going to be fantastic here in about an hour, 74 degrees. Midnight, 59, so it gets a little chilly. 52 by 6 a.m. We drop back to about 49 by the morning. We are slowly going to warm up a bit, of course. We need some rain. We'll look at that here in just a bit.
See you then. Representatives from the Joplin community and the state of Missouri today discussed pediatric disaster response and emergency preparedness. KOAM's Yana Hautala explains why this training is important.
A crew from Texas A&M is in Joplin, teaching others about the needs to be prepared to help kids during a disaster.
We don't have a lot of advanced pediatric care, so this gives everybody a chance to see the latest and most informative training they can get.
The training helps responders know what to do if an event such as 2011 Joplin tornado occurs here again.
There were children that were displaced from their families, and there were children that were probably orphaned during the tornado in 2011. There were incidents with where children ended up in shelters, or they ended up in hospitals that weren't children's hospitals.
Trainers like Miller travel the country discussing strategies, methods, and techniques that could help.
Pediatric surge in the hospitals or in the pre-hospital setting to how we shelter children if we have a mass sheltering incident where we have people lost their homes and we have to put them in a shelter.
A pediatric nurse practitioner from Neosho says the training is crucial.
There are aspects of working with children that they might not consider, and it teaches them how to just generally work with children, especially when they're hurt and scared and maybe separated from their parents.
It's also good to think about, especially as children may respond differently to emergency workers.
They may either clamp down, or they may even just hide under the desk or in a closet. So having specific training on how to talk to children and how to look for children can really save a life.
In Joplin, Yana Hautala, KOAM News.
The training comes before a large-scale training in November focusing on active shooter response. Coming up, a Cherokee County officer announces his endorsement for a gubernatorial candidate, plus some Southeast Kansas kids take to the sky by learning how to make drones. Cherokee County Sheriff David Groves endorses Attorney General Derek Schmidt in his bid for governor. A press event was held at the Crawford County GOP office in Pittsburgh with Derek Schmidt in attendance. Groves joins 30 other current and former county sheriffs across Kansas endorsing Schmidt in his campaign to unseat incumbent Governor Laura Kelly.
Towards keeping Kansas families safe. Although I'm a registered Democrat, I am proud to endorse Derek Schmidt to serve as Kansas's next governor and cast my vote for him this November.
The Kansas Fraternal Order of Police has endorsed Schmidt. Unions endorsing Governor Kelly include the Kansas State Council of Firefighters. A venture capital studio in Joplin is celebrating the first cohort of Joplin area builders. Builders and Backers is a business accelerator program that seeks to help people understand the foundational assumptions behind their business startup ideas.
It helps us grow. It helps thinkers stay and say, okay, if I can plant a seed here in Joplin and let it grow, then they can continue to make Joplin a better place to live.
Joplin area has produced 10 of these builders so far. The sky is no longer the limit with drone technology. Pittsco Education in Pittsburgh has designed a drone maker kit for kids in kindergarten through 12th grade. The kit is customizable and enables students to make their own drones. Pittsco Education provides hands-on STEM products not only here in the U.S., but in more than 60 countries.
At Pittsco, our belief is that students activate their minds when they actually put their hands on the product and get to make engineering decisions about the product.
The drone maker kits are on pre-sale right now for $70. They'll be available for shipment in November. If you're interested in the drone maker kit, you can visit our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. A little bit later, the Missouri Southern Lions look ahead to their big rivalry matchup against Pitt State.
Plus, we're going to cool down for us tonight, and we'll look at some rain chances here in just a bit. Well, it turned out to be another nice day for us across the entire four-state area. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures upper 70s to lower 80s across the region. It looks great right now. Here's a live shot of our Landers Chevrolet Tower Cam. This is right on the southeast side of the city, so we're looking at east and westbound traffic on I-44. Clear skies. Looks like traffic is moving pretty good. All right, let's zoom in. Temps a little bit cooler on the Missouri side, 72 in Monette, Cassville 74. Once you get to Veneta, it's 81. Pittsburgh, 75, 81. And Parsons, Independence is sitting at 82 degrees. But we aren't alone. We're seeing pretty comfortable temperatures all up and down across the Central Plains. Just no big storm systems anywhere in sight. Looks good. 7th range line, currently sitting at 78. Northerly winds, 5 to 10. Humidity is low at 23%. Through the rest of the evening hours, 74 here shortly by 7. 58 by midnight, 52 by 6 a.m. Look at our low, down to 49 later on tonight. So that's going to be pretty chilly across the region. Clear skies here, clear skies, the entire Central Plains. If we look out toward the west, here's the beginnings of our next storm system, but it's going to take its time making it here due to what's going on down here. As Ian weakens, he's going to kind of block up the eastern third of the country, keeping our storm system out to the west. You see that eye wall made landfall about 3 hours ago, and because it feeds on water, the eye has pretty much disappeared because that hurricane now is weakening across the region. Still very high storm surge on the south side into Fort Myers, and then it actually pulls the water out of the bay and Tampa Bay on the north side. So this is dropped to a Category 3, so it is weakening, still sustained winds at 125. It crosses Florida by tomorrow, late morning, and then it goes back out to sea as a tropical storm and makes landfall again as we head into Friday afternoon. So Ian's still going to cause problems for at least a few more days across southeastern parts of the U.S. Here at home, not a whole bunch. We're going to drop back upper 50s. By about midnight, upper 40s later on tonight, clear skies. As we go through the day, tomorrow will warm right around 70, 71 by the noon hour, and then most of us will top out upper 70s for afternoon highs. Day planner 51 in the morning, 68 by noon. High temp 77, southerly winds, not bad, 5 to about 15, so a little breezy at times. Tomorrow night again, we drop back into the upper 40s as we head into Friday morning. Then Friday afternoon, I think most of us will top out right around 80 for highs. Of course, four-state Friday night football moves in 2 days. We're going to hold on to decent weather. Look at the football conditions, pretty good. 74 at the kickoff of most of the high school football games, 67 by the fourth quarter. 78 tomorrow, 49 tomorrow night, 81 on Friday, 82 Saturday, up to 83 Sunday and Monday, so slowly warming up. But we do have a cold front that is going to try to work in, giving us chances for some rain late Tuesday into Wednesday, which we definitely need.
And have needed for some time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Chuck. Still ahead, the Joplin Eagles aim to bounce back from their first loss of the season Friday night against Republic, and it's rivalry week for Pitt State and Missouri Southern football. We're going to hear from the Lions on facing the undefeated Gorillas next.
Well, this week is rivalry week for Pittsburgh State and Missouri Southern football. The Gorillas host the Lions on Saturday afternoon. And both teams kind of on a roll right now. Pitt State's 4-0, ranked 10th in the country. Missouri Southern is 3-1. They're on their first 3-game winning streak since 2013. Now, the Lions kind of gotten after the quarterback in the first 4 games. They've got 10 sacks so far, which is second most in the MIAA. They're going to have their work cut out for them on Saturday, facing a Pittsburgh State offensive line that's pretty good and pretty big.
We're going to have to run around them a little bit. They are big. They're big guys. They move their feet well. I think if we can just do a nice job of moving him off his spot while keeping him in the pocket, that'll pay dividends. And so it just comes from not just rushing with speed, but also understanding where you are in relationship to the quarterback, maintaining pass lanes.
They play really hard, and they make a lot of big plays. But if we can limit those big plays, and we also play really hard as a defense, I think we could be pretty successful.
The Joplin Eagles are 4-1 in their first 5 games of the season. The last time out, the Eagles suffered their first loss of the fall, falling on the road to Nixa 49-35. Now this week, Joplin comes back home, looking to rebound against Republic. Now, Republic is 3-2 heading into Friday night. And for the Eagles, that loss to Nixa last week, obviously not what they wanted, but it's given them a chance to really see where they need to improve over the final month of the regular season.
It was a great learning experience for us. It really helped us realize what we need to focus on, and just that happens to be tackling and alignment and assignment issues. That was the biggest thing. I feel like personally that we can hang with that team. We shot ourselves in the foot a little bit and beat ourselves at the beginning, and it kind of started off slow. We got to start off faster next time, and we just got to be better at alignment and tackling. Can't dwell on the past, otherwise you're just going to dwell on your mistakes. But we as a program refocus on, seeing what we do wrong, and learning from our mistakes, and like having these great coaches that we have, just telling us what we need to do better and stuff, and we can really enforce what we worked on during the week, and we can bring it into the game on Friday.
The Kansas City Royals are down to just 8 games left in the regular season. The Royals are on the road tonight against the Tigers for Game 2 of their 3-game series. The Tigers won Game 1 last night, 4-3 in extra innings. Tonight's game already started. Kansas City is down 2-1 in the top of the 3rd inning. We will have highlights from that game right here tonight at 10. As for the St. Louis Cardinals, they earned the NL Central Division Championship last night with a 6-2 win over the Brewers. Tonight's Game 2 of that series. First pitch will be in about 10 or 15 minutes in Milwaukee. So I've been waiting for this rivalry game all season. It's been nice to see both Pittsburgh State and Missouri Southern get off to hot starts. Hope the community show up on Saturday and it's a rowdy atmosphere.
Both teams playing well. Could be a really good game. We'll be right back. Take time now to honor a local veteran. Sammy Prowser served in the U.S. Army from 1970 to 1974. His hometown, Baxter Springs, Kansas. And we are proud to salute Specialist Sammy Prowser, a 4-state hero. You can learn about lots of other heroes that are from all across this area, thousands of them in our database. We also invite you to submit a hero of your own anytime. It's very simple. You just go to our website, click on the link, KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to meet Logan. A reminder how the American Heart Association helps save lives and how you can help the organization. Plus, TikTok is facing dozens of lawsuits across the nation from parents who allege the social media app is harming kids. And we're going to see the primary effects of Hurricane Ian in Florida. That and a lot more coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Right now, here in the 4-state area, the weather pretty pleasant at the moment.
Yeah, it looks pretty good as we go through the evening hours. We're going to drop back. Kind of chilly tonight to about 49, 78 tomorrow, 81 on Friday. Lower 80s all the way into the weekend. Maybe some rain chances late Tuesday into Wednesday.
Final sports notes.
Got a lot more stuff to get to tonight at 10. We're going to have more from Missouri Southern on facing Pittsburgh State. Also, some local softball.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.